President Roosevelt is the
John DeBuzz. Great name.
See, he calls it a Christmas special.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think it was. And, we can stop at any time. All you have to do is just say, Greg, for God's sakes.
We're going to take mercy. Uncle.
Oh, good. And I could just use that.
I'm looking at this guy introducing the show, and it's just screaming Christmas cheer, isn't it? I mean, he looks like he's one of the Nazis that made it to Argentina and sort of rehabilitated himself.
Oh no, what's
through Bell telephone.
He's one of the. So he's the bells from Brazil.
Yeah, the bells from Brazil, exactly. Yeah. All right, but this man is not exuding an iota of warmth.
No, he's
or charm.
He's also not sitting on the back of his jacket.
It's a nice tie. I don't like that jacket.
It's a nice tie, but it's got when you sit like that and your tie rolls up like that, we call that a tidal wave.
Okay,
that's terrible.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you. This is gold. Why aren't we recording this? God damn it.
Are we not recording this?
No, we're not.
Oh, what the?
Your Bell telephone company knows you want that. We hear you. Now look under seat.
We are recording.
We are now.
Yeah. This is.
I never know. This is all going.
I'm giving you the gold here.
Okay.
Now I expect you to give it back to me.
Okay. I was reticent because we're not recording yet. I'll be quiet now and not waste the A material. But we are recording.
We are recording. And welcome to Stories from the Attic. I'm Greg Van Antwerp, and I'm here with
Martin Blanco,
ever faithful co-host that you are. And we're here in the Stories from the Attic studios.
Yes,
we can now call it sponsored by the Stories from the Attic studios. Thank you, Stories from the Attic, for hosting us.
Yes.
Here today. And the reason why we're out of the attic, out of the front yard of those estate sales, and back inside is one. It's damn cold.
It's cold out. Yeah,
it's damn cold.
Yeah, the fall/winter weather has arrived.
Exactly.
Which I prefer the other weather, but this is better for us, I think.
It is. It is. Well, until again, we see the groundhog in. Oh wait, let's
get ahead of our skis.
Let's not
here.
get ahead of ourselves. We have today we're calling there has to be air quotes for this one. This is the Christmas special.
Yes.
The Christmas special. What we have for you today is a really wild find. This came out of a house in Redding, Connecticut, several years ago, actually. I've been hiding this for a while. There's some history, Martin.
Okay.
That I love hidden history. Some of it maybe should remain hidden. And that's
you go on these adventures, and sometimes there's wonderful discoveries, and then there's this.
And then there's this, right? Yeah.
And maybe it's best left undiscovered. But okay.
Nothing is junk. Everything has value to somebody.
Yes.
We just don't know who that is yet for this piece today. Now we built this up enough. Let's start by prefacing it by what is it? Well, this is our Christmas special, and even if it's not Christmas, this is perfect for you to watch now. And if you're not celebrating Christmas, this is still perfect for you to watch because this is just as was portrayed in the last Flagpole Radio Cafe, which you and I both participate on.
Yes.
You to a much greater degree. Me, I try and get in the way as much as I can. But the last skit, one of the last skits that was done in the last program of the December show was non-denominational generic Christmas.
Oh yes, very generic non-denominational greeting of the winter solstice.
Oh, that's right.
That kind of thing.
Right, we get the C word out of it. And that's kind of what we're doing here today is we've got a non-denominational Christmas, non-denominational holiday special, which claims to be a Christmas special. But,
yes.
But you'll see right away.
Well, Christmas is mentioned once or twice, but it's really only in name. It's mentioned.
It's
but
in name only. Right.
This program is unblemished by anything remotely having to do with Christmas, save for, something basically. I don't want to give it away.
Giving it away. It's like this is a lot like a Hitchcock holiday special. No one will be seated after, never mind. You will not be allowed to leave the theater.
That's more like it. Yeah. Well, you will be seated, but you can't leave until it's done.
Can't leave
because
we are going to abbreviate this for copyright purposes. There's some things we probably can't share, and then there's plenty of things that we shouldn't share. But
you're welcome.
You're welcome. It starts with the fact that it is sponsored by a formal Bell Systems. The conglomerate before it was divested.
Yeah.
And this is from 1975, and this is a holiday special called The Tiny Tree. But it is sponsored by, you'll see. Let's just play this.
Hello, I'm John DeButts of the American Telephone and Telegraph Company.
Yeah.
Welcome to this premiere showing of our new
John
Christmas
DeButts.
special,
John DeButts.
Tiny
Yes.
Tree. It is brought to you by the men and women of the Bell System, on whose behalf I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
This is just
And we
screaming
do hope
warmth.
you will enjoy this delightful program.
Smile. Yeah, you may hope we do, but we won't. Wow, this introduction is really the most interesting part. I'm serious about this. This is a trip down memory lane. The Tiny Tree.
Tiny Tree.
Okay. Buddy Epson, Esquire Badger. Oh my God.
Buddy Epson. Now, Buddy is well known throughout entertainment history, right? He was the guy that was almost a Tin Man, right? Except for some horrible, aluminum makeup that he was allergic to. Unlike the rest of us who seem to have.
But and by the way, just as a side, there's some talent involved. Roberta Flack is singing the theme song. Johnny Marks with the music. Buddy Epson, right?
Yeah, it has all the right elements, and really, as you mentioned during our preview, the backgrounds are incredible.
They're interesting.
Yeah.
Fred Freeling was one of the co-producers.
Yep, that's right. And that's there's some really good names behind this, and this came from the estate of Charlie Couch, and Charlie Couch was actually a writer for Walt Disney in the 30s. He's got a tremendous pedigree of animation, really as not as so much an animator, but as a story writer.
Yeah.
And so I think this is this is not maybe an example of his best work. But if you look at Charlie Couch's history, he's had some great collaborations with Tex Avery, with all the masters of cartoon animation, the 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah. You said he was with Disney for a while?
He was Disney.
Was he a gag man?
I mean, early days of Disney, very early days. And that's that in and of itself is a true accomplishment.
Sure.
If you can hang with Disney for more than 5 minutes. As I've heard. But the point is that he's got some real skill here. But it's an interesting. The most interesting thing is this is a holiday special no one has probably ever seen before. And I would say that most of our audience, both of them, have never seen this before. Right. And
because it premiered.
It premiered.
It did not have legs.
No.
People were not clamoring for the Tiny Tree every year.
Yeah, as the French would say, so your premiere was also your dernier.
Dernier, very nice. The Nielsen people were able to ascertain that people were switching channels like 12 minutes into the show. People were running out of the room and screaming.
Nielsen Ratings firm was able to give their folks Christmas off, because there's no need to count this one, guys.
Their old familiar carols played. There now. Nothing like adding a little decoration to help with the Christmas spirit. What's this, visitors? Come in, the door's unlocked.
Hello, Squire Badger. I see you've got your Christmas decorations up already.
Yes. How about you, young'un?
Oh my God! And sickeningly sweet, cute. I guess one is a girl and one is a boy. Yeah, is that what we're supposed to get from this?
Yes.
This is a very old videotape, by the way, from 1975.
Keep me company for a
Sat
while.
unused from 1975. So we're talking almost a 50-year-old.
Yeah, it's in remarkably good shape considering, but there's blemishes on it.
There's blemishes.
So right away, I'm looking at this. Buddy Epson plays Squire Badger, and all I can think is he is like the poor man's Wind in the Willows, right? Okay, and then it's a Christmas show, and I see two little bunnies in spring pastel colors.
Right.
So we're 3-4 minutes into it. and I'm not getting any kind of Christmas sense, other than they told us it was a Christmas special.
Well, right. But, yeah, and Buddy Epson is happy to tell us this is a Christmas story without Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And without a Christmas tree.
Without trees that lived in the forest.
And implied also without the story of Jesus, too.
Right, no, this is a non-denominational, right.
Okay.
And there's our star. That's the
Christmas
tiny tree. And who has a mouth but can only speak in whispers.
Well, it's a tree.
It's a tree.
It's a tree, yeah.
Was about to take place. It was Groundhog Day. The one day Mr. Groundhog came out of his house to look for his shadow.
Why does the groundhog look for a shadow, Mr. Mole?
What? Why does he look for his shadow?
Okay, they're talking about Groundhog Day, because what Christmas story does not have a reference to Groundhog Day?
Yeah, that's right. Christmas is basically over.
Yeah.
At this point, so we don't know what they did last Christmas.
Well, sir?
Obviously, they went shopping for clothes. And
okay, so Christmas by way of Groundhog Day.
Then looked up
Okay,
at the
that's right.
flat
Sure.
gray sky.
the
Then looked down for his shadow. And all around.
There's no shadow. Oh, there's no shadow.
Well, there's no shadow?
Oh, spring is coming early this year.
Spring is here. Spring is here. We're 10 minutes into the Christmas special.
Look
Yeah,
at those hay trees.
And the frog is wearing a
And I'll go
Christmas
tell
hat.
Mr. Frog the good
But
news.
spring is here.
spring is here. Yeah. What do frogs know about Christmas? I mean, really.
Very little. But more than the producers of the show. So
The frogs are only interested in the second coming of the
Word
next fly.
spring coming.
So,
Okay.
Even reached Horace Hawk. Now, Horace wasn't exactly like other hawks. Horace was a vegetarian.
Yeah, the Malays.
I'm called Horace, the vegetarian hawk. And I'm always hungry.
You know, this is character development for a scene later on, which has no meaning
to the plot of
to
the
the
story.
plot.
Yeah.
Somehow we seem to need to know that the hawk, who's here for some reason,
Yeah.
is a vegetarian.
It's just what I've been looking for.
An onion? Sure, have one, Mr. Hawk. Be my guest. And I overheard her parents say she's been in an accident, and it'll be quite some time before she can run and play.
Look, there she is.
Why, she's in a chair with wheels.
I think we need some. This is the sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Like, we can't feel sorry for the animals in the forest because they have it so good.
And yet, she's not smiling.
Yeah, I mean, they have bow ties and neckties.
And
Things like
hats
that.
and-
Look, that's a mouse. Okay, that mouse looks like a combination of Dumbo and Timothy Q. Mouse.
Very, very careful to stay away from any other animated-looking characters.
So they'll combine them.
And speaking of gopher and turtles and something, I just want to point out that this is our 10th episode, Martin. Momentous.
Okay.
10th episode published. There's probably a bunch more I haven't yet edited, but. Our 9th episode was about the disappearing foods and Epicurean delights that are no longer to be found. And I just realized that most of those forest animals would have been eaten about 100 years ago.
Right. Those are the lost delicacies right there.
Yeah,
You're looking at the
pigeons
cornucopia.
And the squirrels and the, and definitely the terrapin or turtle.
Yep.
As we see there. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. I just
No.
Interesting relation.
Turtle was highly prized, but widely eaten in America until recently.
Until
Our coming of age, if you will.
Until Big Chicken.
Big Chicken took over.
Played the shell game.
Yeah.
And took Turtle away from us.
Okay, very good. Well said.
Let's show her the tiny tree.
So it's a union.
They're trying to get her to join, Welcome to the meadow.
Well, you clearly have the working class here, and then you have management.
Where's the elite class?
And the administration, right? Oh, the oligarchs. Well, they come later.
Okay.
They're the forest workers.
I knew it. What a wonderful idea.
Hey, let's show her the tiny tree. Okay. I mean,
Yeah, let's fly a wheelchair or a
Right.
chair with
Sure.
wheels over to
the tiny tree.
the tiny tree because really,
Like you, too.
Yes, indeed, it was love at first sight for that little girl in the tiny tree.
and there's no delineation between that tree and the other trees.
No.
The other trees can talk. Why are they ignored?
Mm.
Clearly, they have more knowledge and wisdom. Yet this tiny tree, which is tiny because it's
Miss-
also handicapped, is that
No,
is
it's
that the-
young.
Oh,
I mean,
young.
this could someday be a not so tiny tree or a tall tree. A big tree.
A big tree that no longer talks to the small animals.
Okay.
And
Oh God! Once again, look, Christmas when the field is full of flowers.
oh no, this is Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack song.
Okay.
What a lovely voice.
I know.
Too bad
And we're gonna have
she's
to-
singing this horrible song.
We're gonna have to skip ahead.
Full of,
And
well, now it's summertime. we're
This-
we're halfway through the show
I'm
and
just-
we're in summer.
I'm feeling the
Yeah.
holiday magic.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know what she's doing there. Obviously, she's up. The animals playing in the
yeah.
tree.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
And I don't. Again, did they go to Home Goods for all this stuff?
I don't know.
I mean, they got bowls and plates. Obviously, they have dishwashers and sewing machines.
Oh, they've got a little orchestra.
Yes, and they can read sheet
And
music.
Yes,
Never trust a groundhog.
the
They can-
groundhog can conduct.
Yes.
Listen to the tuba going. Okay, make this stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
So now there's a song about the instruments in an orchestra,
which is important for Christmas.
What does this have to do with anything? Forget Christmas. What about? Where's the story here? There's animals that can talk and play and fashioned musical instruments out of plant life in the meadow, and all right, and they're playing music. It's bad music, but hats off. They've learned to play, and they have a conductor. What's the story here?
I think here's the story. I think instead of calling it the tiny tree, I think this could have been called Squire Badger's contractual obligation.
Yeah.
To the producers. Obviously, somebody got these guys together, threw a bunch of money at them, and said, "Look, just make a Christmas special."
Yeah, this is a Frankenstein special.
And they were so mad
Yeah.
about making this Christmas special that they said, "You know what?
We're going to make it.
It's going to make
stay.
we're going to make this anti-Christmas special. In fact, we're going to have a tree that doesn't talk, and animals that don't belong, and seasons where Christmas is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
And that's
But a lot of cloying sentiment.
Yes.
Oh wait.
We don't want to lose that. Yeah.
What was that?
What was that? That was our surprise guest for today's show. In a commercial break, I think that's right. You could probably.
Has this aged well? Has this commercial aged well?
I don't think it's I'm a buffoon. Yeah, I'm mad about that.
Closes the phone behind you.
It's a library. No, it isn't. They're all telephone books. Oh, yeah.
That's right, and you have a...
Okay, so this is an ad teaching children how to use the telephone directory.
Yeah, if you're gonna look up Jimmy and his name is Smizerowski, make sure you get the spelling right.
Now, when you use the public telephone, remember, it's for everybody, so take care that you don't hurt it.
That's right.
Okay, so we're training kids not to bother the people who are directory assistant. Everything in this commercial, everything,
Kids should
is
at least know
obsolete,
how to use the
including
phone properly.
Bill Cosby.
Your Bell telephone company
Animals
knows
wearing
you want
clothing,
that.
obsolete.
We hear you.
But kids, yeah, no, and again, it's like dialing directory assistance, which at that time was 0.
Yeah, just dial. Yeah,
You dial 0 to speak to an operator, and that's it. I mean, one number, and then they made it more difficult by changing it to 411.
411. Yeah.
That way, that would keep the kids away because kids couldn't get.
Do you think
past
that was
the
more
same-
successful
That
than
was-
this campaign
than this
here
campaign.
for the right?
And Bill Cosby yelling at you as a kid, saying, so kids, don't be calling the telephone for no
These
reason.
guys use the directory correctly. You do a much better Cosby than I did.
The operators frazzles with the zazzles, and they don't like the calls that they're coming into. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, so let's move.
Just seeing him with children is distressing. Yeah. Take care that you don't hurt the. Once again, something else. Obsolescence. The public. We've got 411, the directory assistance, the phone book, now the public telephone. This is, and yet this is more interesting than the special that we're watching. So
just remember that when you're trying to reach your drug dealer and the pager goes off and all that, and he's going to then call anonymously to get his. Anyway, the whole point is that you're going to, what he's yelling at everybody through this whole thing. Yeah. Don't mess with the phones.
He's admonishing the audience.
Right. This is and you can tell he's not so happy about doing this. This is another sample of contraction.
He could be out violating women, right. But instead he's got to do this.
This is another sample of contractual obligation.
Sure.
Where he has no say in the creation of this. As a PhD in education at this point. Very well respected, very well loved by the American population, and a name was synonymous with television entertainment and education. And here he's like I'm telling you kids, you're doing this all wrong. And
okay.
The woodsmen come up and they're going to chop these trees down. You can see one of the larger ones being chopped down.
The animals, the forest, right? Yes. The meadow animals,
yes, are worried, and they're like, oh no. But then, then the.
We'd sure miss you, and you'd really miss the meadow. Uh-oh, look, here come some of the woodsmen from the forest.
No, there's a tree that won't grow up to be worth anything for anybody.
Yeah, about all it'll ever be good for is maybe a Christmas tree.
Not only are they cutting down the tree's older relatives, murdering them, they then insult the little tree by saying he's only good for a Christmas tree.
Right.
Which is the lowest form
of tree utility. Right.
Right.
You could be toilet paper, you could be furniture.
Right.
Furniture.
But yeah.
High-end furniture.
High-end furniture. But a lowly Christmas tree. Ugh, no.
Hang your branches in shame.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, really. Okay. Needles of floor.
Dare I say it? Let's continue.
Oh, God.
Oh, she does have parents.
Two shadowy parents.
So early in the morning, on the day before Christmas, he set out on foot.
Pick up little girl's presents.
I love how he went out on foot. He had to shovel a path entirely all the way to town.
Yep.
This is the worst snowstorm since I can't remember when.
Yeah, you look like you.
So they're going to
miss a meal.
Will they eat the little girl?
Yeah. Okay, they're hungry now. You can't watch this again.
They're starving to death.
Yes.
And the next thing that comes up is right. The hawk is so hungry that he just wants one little berry. The mole finds the last berry tree and takes them all for himself. Not for any of the other animals who are all starving to death. And then this guy is seeing that berry tree and says, well, I'm a vegetarian. I just want one berry. And then what happens is he goes and he takes the one berry, but then he ends up stealing all of it.
You can't eat just one. Yeah.
So theft is promoted here. If you're hungry, it's okay to steal from other people. But then
it gets even weirder.
It gets more morose because he's about to actually see the mole as food. And that's something that's almost too much to take.
Yes, a little suspense. But does it have anything to do with the story? No, because we don't even have a story yet.
No, there's really no story yet. It's just gluttony. Another good seven deadly sin. Oh dear. Suddenly I'm not a vegetarian anymore.
The hawk thinks the mole is a berry.
Yeah. So many quotable lines from this. Go get what? Send a little girl to save a mole from a carnivorous.
Save a little girl who's bound to a wheelchair while there's a blizzard going on.
Having just seen a viral video, Martin, of a eagle almost making off with a young girl out in a field.
Oh.
Why would you ever? That hawk is about 4 times her size.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'll bet she's delicious. And all she has is a broom.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Clarity has come. She broke the spell.
Yes. Now lay him down in the snow. He's
right,
dead, clearly.
Poor Mr. Mole.
Oh, Mr. Mole, are you all right?
Well, other than post-traumatic stress disorder, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
right. Oh, no! Oh, whoa!
That was clearly the wheels, the wheeled chair.
Yeah.
The chair with wheels dumping her, and I think this is a story about the wheelchair. Sick of the little girl.
The little wheelchair, not the little tree. I'm sorry
that's
for the
right.
noise I'm making.
It's okay.
Look at her, and it's got to be, under 30 degrees.
Under 30 degrees, yeah.
She doesn't have a coat. She's fallen in the snow,
Right.
the ice.
No,
this is bad.
This is, where are her parents? One of them is off trying to get a Christmas tree. And the mother?
The animals gathered at the little girl's window.
Look, everyone.
She's fallen and can't get up. This is where they came from. Oh my God, the suspense.
All the presents you'll find in the woods.
Okay, so it's not even like they're killing the tree. Like if they brought it into the house, then the tree's life would end soon. But they're just replanting it. Where's the sacrifice?
There's no sacrifice, yeah. It's like, I mean, in a performance like this, the tree just could have gone up and walked over there.
Right,
And
why
put
not?
itself in front of the thing.
Yeah.
I know, but everyone
Or the tree could be like, can't you just decorate me here?
Right.
She's already been...
Well, no, they said she's too far away. She
too
can't
far
see
away.
it from her window.
You're all set to
How do they know what she
All right,
thinks?
so if you tune in now, you get a sense this is a Christmas special.
In the-
Really, up until now,
in the
you're
last
like,
few
what?
minutes.
He
Yeah.
wrapped the earth around his roots with blankets to keep him warm.
I know. I'll contribute my berries. Hey, what's going on here?
Merry, 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 merry Christmas to you. May each day be very, very happy all the year through. Around the world you'll see the things the Christmas spirit can do. Bells will be ringing with everyone singing a Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, look! The storm clouds are moving away.
Oh my goodness! Look, there's no bright star.
Yeah, clearly...
Whoa, no bright star on top of the tree. Christmas is ruined.
Yeah.
No star.
Star?
You know, the field mouse was right. There was no star on top of the tiny
Making the whole thing worthless
Worthless.
and meaningless.
What are these kids drinking? The milk of what?
The morning star.
Whose milk?
A shaft of shimmering
Whoa.
light. Look at this.
Even messing with the signal.
And
Wow.
then reappeared in all its sparkling beauty. It was the
Oh, of course, the first light of Christmas Day is magical properties.
Yeah. In a non-denominational way, completely.
Yes. Yeah. This is how it conducts. This is
That's right. And clearly singing in their own voices.
Yes.
And that's it. Oh.
And that's it. Okay.
And it just sort of ends...
Now, did you notice? Paul Winchell.
Paul
there we
Winchell,
go.
there he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice she went up to the window herself so she can now walk? They made no mention
They
of
made
that.
no mention that she's...
Yeah.
That was probably the best gift of all, yet they totally bypassed it.
They end it right. God, they have this story about the hawk.
Richard Chamberlain is...
the Count of Monte Hall, Count of Monte Cristo, Bell System Family Theater.
Oh, gosh.
So we paid ridiculous prices for our phone service, right?
Yeah.
But we got, in exchange for that, we got these great specials like The Little Tree and the Count of Monte Cristo,
Yeah, right.
portrayed by Richard Chamberlain. So well worth it.
Yeah.
Is this him concluding, or is
No, this is looping around
Looping
again.
around, all right.
I thought you might want to watch it again.
No. But I'd be curious if he had something to say in retrospect after seeing.
Well,
this just abruptly ends right there. She's like, "Oh, it's a tree," and that's it.
Yep, it was kind of like, you know what? This has gone on long enough. Let's just end it right here.
That's true.
The aftermath of maybe, I don't know, there's just. I have questions, Martin. I have so many questions.
This is truly one of the worst, if not the worst, Christmas special I have ever seen.
In the pantheon of Christmas specials, I guess with like Charlie Brown Christmas being at the top.
That's at the top.
This would probably be somewhere at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
This would definitely be the caboose on the Polar Express. I mean,
yes.
Yep, I'd be pulling.
Even that's too kind.
That's too kind.
Yeah, Charlie Brown Christmas, Grinch Stole Christmas, right? These are
Frosty,
these are at the zenith,
Frosty,
right?
Yep.
This.
Yep. No. I would say I would invite Heat Miser into this and just have him blast the whole thing.
This just abruptly ends right there. She's like, "Oh, it's a tree," and that's it.
Yep, it was kind of like, you know what? This has gone on long enough.
President Roosevelt is the
Okay, fine, thank you. Okay, follow me. Ah, you know what this is?
It's a library. No, it isn't. They're all telephone books. Oh, yeah.
That's right, and you have a telephone directory in your home. But when you look up a number, make sure you spell the name right, see? That way you don't have to waste time calling directory assistance for something you can easily do yourself. Now, when you use the public telephone, remember, it's for everybody, so take care that you don't hurt it. Can you find my name in there? Can you spell it? Just look through there.
Sure thing, Mr. Wilson.
Kids should at least know how to use the phone properly. Your Bell Telephone Company knows you want that. We hear you. Now, look under C.